Today we're going to be talking about the times we almost got canceled.
Not almost, did.
But first, we got some things to talk about. Welcome to Sibling Therapy episode number 2. How's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling good. I actually, funny enough, had therapy yesterday, so I am all ready and fired up.
Wow, good for you. You sound a little sick.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, what's with the daggers out? First of all, I'm not sick. I went to the Olivia Rodrigo concert and I lost my voice. So good for me, because that means I had such a good time.
No, good for you.
That was the pun she was making.
Oh my God.
Isn't it good for you?
That was a joke. Like, so good for me. Like, I sang so much that I lost my voice.
Oh, anyways, how is this side of the podcast going?
I'm doing better since last time. I'm less sick.
Yeah, Tyler
I still
is
have a little
sick,
bit of a cough.
so I'm a little uncomfortable having to I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired today, guys. I'm a little sleepy.
Really?
Are you getting sick too?
No, I think it was just a sleepy day.
You have been a little sick.
I have been sick, but I'm no longer sick.
Isn't it funny?
I'm always sick.
No, isn't it funny that, like, I haven't gotten sick and I usually am the one that gets sick, but like growing up, I was the sick one. This new era of me, we are just too good. We can't get sick.
Okay, anyways, well,
Sorry.
bless you. We're doing okay over there?
I'm struggling, but I'm trying.
I just realized, wait, we unintentionally divided the room by Gen Z and millennials.
But I think that's kind of like our dynamic, though, if I'm being honest. Like,
Are
that's
we-
kind of how it always is.
Are we segregating?
Although, actually, no, that's not true, because, like, if we're doing more challenge-based stuff, then I feel like me and Tyler tend to be together, and then Cole and Gabrielle tend to be together. But in terms of, like, social settings, I feel like it tends to be
It just
Cole and I.
depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Like, at VidCon, we'll split up in different ways.
True. Guys, if you don't know what Sibling Therapy is, this is our brand new podcast that we launched. We are 4 siblings who have been on the internet for over 13 years.
That was actually a fact check from the last podcast. It's only been 12.
Well, it's been 12
we've
years
been
of the
on the
Skorys,
internet.
but we had I Make You Haha before that.
Yeah.
True.
So we've been on the internet.
And technically,
True.
Ty and I had our podcast even before that. So
Whoa, don't get into the topics, Gabriella.
But anyways, this is a safe space for us as siblings to communicate all of our feelings.
Oh yeah.
And
who's gonna go first?
Go
With
in.
the
I have an
grievances?
agenda.
Well, we start with the grievances.
No, but I have some things we have some housekeeping
all right,
we gotta go
take
through.
Take us away, Cole.
First off, we got some great feedback from the first podcast.
We did.
Yeah, I have some ideas for names. Maybe we can slang, we can integrate.
Names
Names
for
for
what?
what?
Well, it's sibling therapy, but like maybe for a segment we can call it potty time.
Oh, we got a soundboard.
I'm gonna quit this podcast real quick.
No, we said last time we wanted a soundboard.
We did mention a
I think we
soundboard.
all said we wanted a soundboard.
Oh, it's a little iCarly up in here.
That was iCarly. That was iCarly.
Because that's the iCarly, like, what?
So what I'm hearing is Gabriella is kind of like hating on the soundboard.
Listen, if there's
Is there
going
supposed
to
to be
be
a
a
sound?
soundboard, it needs to be like that.
Yeah.
It needs to be on top
well-
of it.
Boo!
That's a little too
I know.
delayed.
Listen, I'm doing my best over here. It's really hard to do it
Move
fast.
on. Okay,
Anyways,
that's too
okay.
long.
I can't stop it. Okay, well, so the things we have to go over. Got some great feedback. Michael said, "I love this. As an OG fan, it made me so happy.
Oh,
Please
thank you,
continue this
Michael.
series."
Yeah, we really wanted to make the podcast to try to like re-engage some of the older people because we realized we still make videos on the Skorys primarily towards like younger kids, but because we've been around for almost 13 years just on the Skorys,
Yeah.
12 years as we
Yeah,
established.
but we really just wanted to make sure the OG's fan got
a
some
place.
potty time.
No, not potty time.
Nope, we're not calling it that. We're not doing that.
Your soundboard is so delayed.
Oh my
This is
gosh!
just shut the laptop.
Oh no!
Shut the laptop.
No.
Yeah, shut the laptop. We're
We'll-
done.
We'll work on it.
We're done.
And then someone said, "Everyone's personality is perfect for a podcast."
Oh.
Thanks. What's with the nose?
The nose, I don't know, man.
Wait, there was a note.
It's like
Nose emoji. Everyone's personality is perfect for a podcast.
Oh.
We had to have big noses.
She was like
to be-
sniffing it out. She's like,
Oh, they got the personality.
Okay, well, going back to getting canceled, I feel like we should talk about our cancellation stories.
We were canceled.
Wait. Okay, who's gonna apologize for our cancel stories? It took you that long to know what the ukuleles were. I had Savannah go all over town to try to find a real ukulele that I was gonna pull out.
Why don't you just go get mine from the house?
Because what we're gonna do? Break into your house?
Yeah.
It's your house too.
You also live there.
Well, Savannah was looking for it. She'd have to go to the house, turn up. I was a little involved.
Anyways.
Yeah, but we've gotten canceled quite a few times before.
Quite a few times.
I was gonna say, do you have specific stories? Which ones are you thinking when you think of cancellation?
Well, the first one I think of, probably talking Angela. Honestly, actually, we haven't gotten canceled. Gabrielle's gotten canceled the most out of all of us.
She's problematic.
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
she's the sussy
When it
Skorys.
comes to all of our like cancellations, I have been the only one who has had like my face associated with the drama, so that I hate the soundboard. I literally hate it so much.
Wait,
But-
you were canceled?
What happened,
I don't
Gabrielle?
like it. Okay, so here's the thing. We had a series called Mystery Gaming, where a game was picked out for me, and I didn't know what it was or how to play it. That was like the theme of the game. This was peak app era, where like everything was coming out on like the app stores and stuff. So the
Like you're talking about like cut the rope, doodle jump.
yes, like the Flappy Bird, like all.
Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P. Remember that last
Actually,
episode?
I think that was
R.I.P. Flappy.
And then he decided to get rid of it when it was at. It's like, okay, wait,
I
quickly.
think that was the first one we did because I hadn't played Flappy Bird.
I think so too. Wait,
And
do you guys remember HQ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
love
we're
HQ.
talking about getting canceled
Okay.
though.
Oh yeah,
You
going
played this game.
back to getting canceled. Oh, it was so sad. Gabriella, it was your fault. Take it away.
So the very first time it happened with the app Talking Angela, and both times it was actually very similar circumstances where we were trying to debunk an already myth that was on the internet. Okay, for Talking Angela, it was a like myth that was spreading that there was a camera in the cat's eye of Talking Angela, and that the man who developed the app was spying on you.
Kind of creepy, like
Yeah.
creeper vibes.
Yeah.
Especially because it was for kids, so
It
he
was
was
for
like
kids, yeah.
supposedly spying on kids
So
through the
essentially,
app.
you were gonna be like, "There's no man
In this eye."
Throwback
Like
to 4Kids game.
you were just gonna straight throw down and be like, "Hey, this myth busted."
We are about to need 2 different podcasts if you keep going with the soundboard.
Anyways, okay. Okay, but
Okay,
continue.
but when did we actually get canceled with that? Like,
So
what
it-
part was the cancellation of
I
it?
think there was like a news article that had like picked it up that was talking about Talking Angela and then used our video, which was just me.
Well, not even talking
No.
Andrew, but they were blaming you.
No, that was you're confusing.
You guys
You're
are merging
confusing.
the story.
Okay.
We
Not-
didn't get canceled.
don't
for-
tell me. Don't tell
There
me.
was
that
not
I
an article.
Yes, there was. It was
No.
like, yes, there was.
No, you're thinking Momo.
I'm not thinking of Momo. It was for
clip
Talking
this.
Angela.
Clip this.
Because it was a news article that linked the Talking Angela video, and that got sent out to like every school in one district. But it was no, it wasn't. Oh, okay, you tell the story
Hey,
then.
yes, Eden. This is not the time to be arguing. We asked Gabrielle to give us the story, and she's giving us her side.
Okay, keep going.
We will have the grievances for siblings
Talking
in a
Angela
minute.
is scary, and Gabriella is the face of it,
So-
and she ruined the lives of many, many children.
The big-
Actually, she did. That's on our TikTok. Many people have said that.
The big question is, was there a man in the eye?
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, to back Gabriella up from Eden's absolutely berating her and accusing her of false information, Gabrielle, this video went like mega viral. Gabrielle is downplaying. Like we were talking like 20, 30 million views on YouTube alone.
Well,
of
then the
this video.
TikTok blew up.
And then the TikTok. So essentially, all of these kids grew up like horrified of this app,
Well, and it's
so they
funny-
deleted it. And your time will come. Your time will come. They deleted it, and like flash forward, we're meeting friends who like realized that Gabriella was their like monster under the bed.
People
cause.
thought that I made up the rumor that there was someone in the eye, which is not the case. We had already heard this rumor online. It was a very creepy app to begin with. Like, it was very, like, I don't know, it was very sensual. Whenever you, like, pet her, you could give her, like, weird, like, lingerie costumes. Like, it was, like, a weird thing. But...
yeah, it was kind of strange.
like, it was weird. But then the company tried to sue us because of the video we made saying it
We
was
got
creepy.
like a cease and desist from them.
But then we had to get like a lawyer involved, and basically they were just mad because they were trying to start their own Talking Angela channel. But
So we got
time,
beef with Talking Angela.
So every time you search Talking Angela, we came up and not their channel. So I think that's really why they were so mad at us.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah. The other time, and we'll go over this one quicker because we have a lot
got
to go
lots of
over.
topics.
Was Momo? That was also Gabriella.
Yes. So that
She was Momo. Surprise.
Wait, you get so what had happened was I'll throw it up, you can dunk it in. Momo is this video. We had done the same thing. Gabriella was trying to debunk it, but she didn't learn from the last time that she tried to debunk something.
Well,
that blew up out of proportion.
This one was more serious. Like, this was like a thing where like kids were like messaging strangers online who were like pretending to be Momo.
The rumor was like they would get the kids to like self-harm.
Yeah, it was. Well, and like they would like be like, leave your stove on, and like it was.
Well, okay,
like,
That's
no.
supposedly.
That was the crazy side of the rumor. But kids trying to like figure this out were messaging random numbers. So the whole thing was like a PSA, like don't message random people on like social media. That one got picked up by Forbes
That one did.
magazine.
Forbes literally was like, hey, there's this app.
and they said cancel those Skorys.
No, they said cancel Gabriella.
That canceled me. Well, because it was like my face was like the thumbnail. It was like my face and Momo, and it was like, don't let your kids play with Momo. And it's literally my face
But the
as
thing-
the article.
The thing that was interesting about that one was that YouTube actually removed every Momo video, but because ours was a debunking, they actually watched it and deemed it like okay.
They kept it up.
But they literally.
But your time will come.
Well, speak! If you're gonna speak,
I
speak!
think I was speaking. You're over here like. Anyway, they kept that one up. So basically, anytime you would search Momo, our video was the only one that stayed up on YouTube. So again, people were doing like Markiplier, PewDiePie, but all of theirs got removed. So then like everyone was searching Momo, and it was just the Skorys. And we also were abroad in Europe.
We literally we weren't in
were in
Europe. We were in the
Bahamas.
Bahamas. And literally, as we ended the trip, that was so relaxing.
Like
Such an
no
amazing
Wi-Fi, no reception the
family
entire time.
vacation. We pull up to the port in Florida, and then like bing, 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 bing. My mom's phone starts blowing up, and it's her friends like, "How could your kids do this? We thought they were family friendly, never letting them watch." And we were like,
We got like
what?
death threats from
Yeah,
that.
It was
a lot of
like
angry
that was
emails.
crazy.
We're really scared and
We
like
thought it was
really
the end of our
angry.
career.
And
You never know.
Oh.
One wrong move. Whew.
We thought we were gonna be homeless and on the streets.
What? No, we didn't.
That was for the intro.
okay,
Alright.
it wasn't that dramatic, but that was the first time where it was kind of scary because with the Talking Angela, it was more like silly, where it was like, okay, like this is getting blown out of proportion, versus for Momo, people were genuinely scared and like actually like freaked out about like this like picture and like the stories behind it.
Well, and she was scary. She looks like a
And she's
chicken person.
terrifying.
A chicken
Yeah.
person.
Person.
So
Chicken
that was
monster.
so we had to like remove the video. Like that was like actually kind of scary because I was like, okay, this is actually something really negative to be associated with, and my face is literally becoming synonymous with Momo, and so I was like, oh, I hate this.
Yeah,
So
it was
that-
kind of freaky.
So that was our stories on getting.
Well, wait, there was one more we forgot.
There was?
Yeah.
Well, one.
I think it had something to do with you two dressing up as adult babies.
We weren't canceled for that. That's just so weird.
Yeah, that was really weird. We almost got canceled for it. We were making fun of a
Luckily.
trend that was getting a lot of people canceled. So we dressed up as babies and we're bad babies.
Oh, I don't like this one. Okay, moving on.
Luckily, we had the forethought to delete that video before
Yeah.
they got canceled.
Well, they
but they were
started
this
deleting
close.
the videos off of
This
YouTube.
close.
So we were like, we'll just get ahead of the
We'll just
trend.
do it
It was a
Delete
weird
ourselves.
trend.
That was
It
a
was
weird trend. I know.
It was a weird time.
It was like
I told you, we've been on the internet for 13 years. I cannot claim that everything we have done, we are entirely
We're
proud of.
we're 99% clean. Okay, the 1% kind of questionable.
All right.
Anyways, well, for the rest of the podcast, I feel like one of us can each take a thing that we can improve on, and we'll be mindful of it going to this podcast. Gabrielle,
Improve
can
on
we
for what?
of?
Improve on what?
The podcast.
the podcast.
For the whole rest of the podcast?
Just like moving forward, like lessons we learned from the first one.
Cut out the soundboard.
I feel like something that we can all work on, myself included, is probably how often we say I feel like we say a lot when we're talking and telling stories, and I feel like especially in a podcast setting, we need to like hone that in.
What about the word like?
Yeah,
likewise. Like, I feel like can be more.
Wait, you just said it.
No, I was saying it as an answer to your question. Like can be used more often than I feel like.
Oh, there it was.
Sense in a grammatical sentence versus never makes sense grammatically.
Okay.
Noted.
All right.
Noted. Tyler?
I feel like we could get a couple more microphones. That would probably be helpful.
You mean talking into the individual Mod Podge of different mics and stands and iPhones isn't ideal?
I think more mics would be really nice. Especially with
agree.
all this like high quality. That'd be great.
Crisp sounds.
I think one thing
You just said Womp womp.
Should we have a sound? Oh, there was again.
Like I said like that many
You
times.
said
No,
Okay,
you said
Find your words, baby girl. Use them.
The soundboard is not working out the way I hoped. I thought it was gonna be faster, but there's like awkward pauses when I try to do it.
What do you want to?
That was gonna be my thing: is faster conversations, less slow talking. But I left so much space.
Okay,
So that
yeah,
was tragic.
I think mine is just like I said oh no. I think that we should improve on talking over each other, and I agree with Cole. Like a little snippier. Let's get to the point. Let's hit the topics. Let's hit the town.
I would also like to point out that it is a podcast, though. This is the time to talk.
Yeah, but we also are appealing to a generation
Yeah.
that can't hold their attention longer than 30 seconds because of TikTok.
It's also different than like NPR. Like NPR is
welcome
all
to-
talking.
So let's.
But Gabrielle likes NPR too, so it's kind of hard to use that comparison.
Listen, it's like the #1 radio station. How are you going to argue with
Oh my! Did you literally take that for you? That's their tagline.
Oh my! Oh.
Anyways,
Listen,
moving
you
on.
don't love Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk is great. Speaking of tiny desks, let's talk about YouTuber beef. Jumping back into that, boxing is a big thing.
How? Well, I missed that segue entirely.
First of all, where are we jumping back to? And how did that have to do with Tiny Desks?
Because
There was again.
we said you could say didn't we not?
No, we said like
Oh my
as a place in the
God.
sentence structure.
Anyways, so as I was thoughtfully conceiving in my mind, the brainchild of my imagination was desks and fighting. You smash each other with desks in the WWE,
All
right? Like,
who would you fight?
I think it's chairs.
Honestly, this may be controversial, but Piper Raquel.
Yeah, that would be
Seeing as
controversial.
she's a child
She boxes people all the
who
time.
are also children.
She only boxes children?
Wait, backing up, was the question who we would want to box?
No,
Or
it's who you. If they called you out, okay, well, no, maybe it is who we would want. I want to go on record. I don't want to fight Piper Raquel. What if she called me out? Like
You would fight her?
Maybe.
And I'm being so honest. I would love to be in a boxing ring with Emma Chambers.
No, who's the redhead?
Oh, these are children. I'm not
We're
fighting
not
Harper.
boxing
I am
minors.
not fighting Harper.
You know, I could see Gabriella get into a boxing match with, honestly,
Who?
Darman.
Oh no, I feel like I should do
No,
Darman.
Oh!
Battle of the-
Darman versus Darman.
Okay, maybe Gabriella can box
Like-
the vegan teacher.
I don't think I'm boxing anyone.
This isn't an if you want. It's they called you out. You gotta stand up for yourself.
Do you know who I
I'm a
honestly could see?
pacifist.
No.
Do you know who I really
Wait.
could see?
Who?
Like
For who?
For Gabriella. Like
Uh-huh.
Vlog Lotties. How fun would that be?
That would be a fun one.
Yeah, I would.
Or what
Okay.
if you boxed Momo.
Oh, she squashed the V.
I just box talking Angela. Let's take it back.
Let's settle this once and for all. You and your lingerie wearing cat. Is that what Gabrielle said?
You would though.
There's so many like clips from this. If someone like just took that one clip, they would be like, "What is going on in this podcast?" And we're like, "Well, that's just sibling therapy for ya."
You would what? I thought
You
said
just said you
though.
would.
No, I
You
said
would.
you would in the game though. You
Boxer?
can buy her. No, Eden like keeps acting like we're making up the fact that you could buy Angela stuff to wear. But I was like, you would.
I should remember being lingerie.
It was
What do you say?
literally a French maid uniform in this like golden box with
Yeah.
a bow that you'd like slide across the table, and she'd be like,
It was a very weird. Anyway,
very
we
sensual,
can't.
for sure.
Let's move on from this topic, please. So someone asked. They said they really want. Whoa, that was uncalled for.
What'd she say?
That was Gabrielle just straight up interrupted me.
It will be your turn soon.
What would you like to go?
"No, go ahead. You go first."
Okay. They really want to know more about Gabrielle's boyfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, they want to know
Do they
all
have
the deets.
specific questions?
I think everything. They just want to know who, what,
Everything?
when, where, and why.
well, I have a boyfriend. We've been dating for like almost
See,
a
that's
year and
too
a
much
half.
space. Too much space for the podcast. More succinct, baby girl.
You can't just throw questions on me and expect me to rapid fire
You've
answer
only
them.
been
I have to
dating
think
for a
about these.
year?
And a half.
And how?
That's it.
It's felt like
Ish.
eternity.
Ish. We
my
started
gosh.
dating in June.
I thought I would have said 3 years.
It'll be 2 years this June.
Oh, wow. Early congrats.
We met on a vegan dating app, which is
I tell all my friends.
I know.
that. I
It's
literally tell
very-
all my friends.
it's very wholesome, but it's also like very cringy at the same time. It worked out well. I think it would have been more embarrassing if I had to admit that I was on a vegan dating app and didn't find anyone on the vegan dating app. But it worked out well. It did.
Good.
So
I
Good.
tried to go on the vegan dating app, and I got matched with a guy who had armpit hair so long it was braided.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
whoa.
I saw
You're
that guy.
lying. You're lying.
I'm literally not.
He said if you weren't on board with making your own shampoo, that he wouldn't even consider dating you.
No, I think it literally was the same guy. I'm being so honest because Gabrielle
that's
was like, she was like, just try
crazy.
it, just see who you see. You never know. Like, I found a man's, and I was like, all right, whatever. Like, maybe this will be less scary than like Bumble or like Tinder and
No,
stuff.
it was pretty scary for the reverse too.
It
I saw
is.
the female equivalent of that, and I'm not saying that you're not allowed to do what you want with your body, but it was kind of. Eden, I don't know. You say if that's Eden
mean,
didn't
to
like it
each
for the
their
guys.
own, to each
To
their
each
own.
I guess.
I don't personally want to see my man's armpit braid.
I don't think we can just be on the same page. We don't want to see anyone with braided armpit hair.
Yeah, I feel
That's a
like
little
that's
much.
kind of a lot.
But if you want it, if you want that, we are here for that.
We'd
It's
love that
safe
for
space.
For
you.
you.
You can do whatever you want.
I was gonna say that this tied into the story that I was going to tell.
Wait, Kosh braids his armpit hair?
No, wow.
Then how does it tie in? Does he make his own shampoo?
No, the story I was going to tell was that Kosh and I, that's my boyfriend's name, Kosh, we were at coffee this morning. We went and got early morning coffee together. But it was so cute because there was this high school couple that was also getting coffee before they went to school, and they were in like their like school uniforms, and then she went to like an all girls school here, and then he went to an all boys school, and I just thought it was so sweet that they were like, okay, it's like Tuesday morning, let's wake up before class, get coffee, and then go to school.
That is pretty wholesome.
And
So
his
I thought it was so
armpit hair
cute.
was braided? Or?
No one's arm hair was
They were
braided.
braiding each other's armpit hair.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways.
Is this a stand-up show or a podcast?
Oh,
Well, it would be the
wow.
worst stand-up show if it was.
Dang. Okay. Well, that's kind of crazy. Anyways, jumping over to Eden. People want to know about your dyslexia and how you found out about that.
Aw, well, I'm dyslexic.
Hi, Eden.
Hi, Eden.
So I'm dyslexic. Little backstory is in high school, I had a very hard time with numbers, but because I did online school, no one really thought anything of it. And they were just like, oh, she's a little dumb homeschool.
Oh.
But in
No,
reality,
I thought you were gonna say.
Yikes.
in reality, I feel like someone should have caught on to the fact that after multiple attempts at trying to get me to learn my times tables, they never stuck. Do you know how much money Dad spent on those games?
Like the times table games?
I
have a
always was
question.
like, I just don't get why you can't get them.
Question, Gabriella.
You have admitted that you cheated a lot in school, so did they not notice because you were cheating?
No one knew that I cheated until I was out of school, but I
Well,
did that.
That's kind of the whole point of cheating.
I mean, like, did no one know that you were struggling because you were just cheating instead of...
Okay, first of all, I'd also like to emphasize this was not like a weekly occurrence. I said once on my final for one thing, I was like a little stressed and I used the Quizlet thing. And then I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, but I didn't even have that during the test. I just had, you're almost out here like, she's a cheater. No, kids, don't cheat. But no, it was honestly, I just didn't really think anything of it. And I think it's one of those things that when you're in an environment and that's all you know, it's just you assume that that's normal. So I was like, oh, I just assume that all my friends have trouble like reading. Again, I was a late reader. Like you guys all learned how to read so early. And I just
didn't. I learned to read
Yeah.
really
It was
late.
like 12.
You weren't special in that
Oh,
regard.
okay. Well, you know.
No, you weren't
What
12.
I'm
That's
hearing,
really
but
old.
what I'm hearing is you are this generation's Bella
Thorne.
I
Thorne.
do get that a lot.
Yeah.
I do get that a lot.
They
Yeah.
do
But anyway,
I'm
say
here for you for that.
that girls and like women are less likely to be diagnosed with stuff like dyslexia and like ADHD.
yeah,
Are
it's
less likely?
Yeah.
because the medical field doesn't take us seriously. They think we're too dramatic. It is. They literally don't like validate
Wait, are
a
they
lot of
less?
girls' problems.
Are they less likely because they don't have it as
No,
often,
they have
or
it as often,
but they
it's
just don't
more-
get diagnosed as
like
much?
they're
Oh,
quicker to be
interesting.
like for boys in schools to be like you have ADHD or you have dyslexia, but for girls they're not as likely to give them that same like treatment.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Interesting.
basically when I graduated, I've out of the blue just started like doing some research on it when I noticed that I was having a really, really hard time reading and I would skip lines or like flip words and I would read like a sentence backwards. So I would almost like take the front and put it there. And then I was like, oh, wow, these are actually all signs of like dyslexia. I always thought dyslexia was where you saw the numbers like moving on the page. And I learned that dyslexia is a scale. And so then I did this like online thing with the doctor. And then she was like, babes, you're severely dyslexic.
I think
Like,
we also
I
noticed
ranked
too.
8 out of 9 for like the scale of dyslexia. So basically I have everything but the numbers moving on paper.
Wow.
Because when we would ask Eden to like repeat stuff back to us, like it would not like come out like when she would she would read something and then she would like say it like completely different. We're like,
Okay, what?
I thought maybe she was just, you know, a Percy Jackson person, you know, one of the Olympians.
Isn't he dyslexic?
That's the whole point. If you're a half-blood, you're dyslexic. So that was what I was rooting for.
Well, anyways, I got diagnosed at 21. That was the official age that I got diagnosed with dyslexia. And
Clap
We're
for
clapping.
Eden and
I have had
For
like
being diagnosed.
little tools that I try to use and like ways that I use my fingers to try to help me when remembering numbers and things. But I definitely want. Oh my god, no, like tapping and stuff and like, anyways. But yeah, I want to work on it more because there's still a lot of spots that I definitely struggle with it, and I've like gotten better at reading too, which has been nice. But
That is great.
reading was the one that I was like could not read, but now I can
Nice.
read a little better.
Nice.
Tyler, what are you
Nice.
saying?
I was gonna say, if you give anyone who's watching this one tip if they think that they have dyslexia, what would it be?
I would say stand your ground. Like I'm a firm believer of if you think something's off and you want help for it, then you put your foot down and you stick up for yourself no matter what the situation is, dyslexia, health, mental health, anything. If you truly feel like there's a part or aspect of your life that you're not happy in, I think that there are tools out there and people that can help you, and it is just about you standing your ground and standing up for yourself.
Wow,
Yeah.
preach,
snaps
Eden.
for Eden.
Snaps for Eden. Okay, moving on to.
Why do we go from cheering to snapping?
Because I had to hold my microphone and I didn't feel like putting it down again.
Okay, well,
Because I don't have a mic stand.
we are going to talk about sibling therapy. Court is in session. That was a gavel.
I feel like this sibling therapy as a whole has been a lot feistier than the last one.
This one has been pretty good. Well, that's because you got an issue with my soundboard.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, sibling court. I'll start. So if you guys don't know what sibling court is, we
We don't even know what sibling court is.
Yeah, we
No,
did
we
this
did
this
last
last
episode.
time. It's part of dyslexia having short-term memory loss.
Memory is actually part of dyslexia, yeah.
Okay, so if you don't know what this is at home, we share a grievance about one of our other siblings, and the two parties not involved, they get to be the judge and
Listen,
claim the case and make a decision.
no,
Judge Judy. Oh, they
Okay.
probably don't know who that is.
Why? Why wouldn't they know who
Who's
Judge
the
Judy
common
is?
judge nowadays?
who's Gen Z's Judge Judy?
Do they not have a judge?
I don't know. God. Anyways, yeah, mine is with actually all of you.
How is that possible? You
It was
have
supposed
to
to
pick
have
one
one.
person.
Okay, fine.
Because who's supposed to
supposed to vote?
mediate?
Fine, it's against you two. Eden's the only party non-associated.
Wait, so this is not how this works. You just explained the rules and went exactly.
I
opposite
get
of the
60
rules.
seconds
All
to
right,
claim
all
my
right.
case.
On your mark, get set, go.
So, I got this new hat. I got this new outfit. New skin tone.
New skin tone.
No, sorry. It matches my skin tone. I feel like it complements my skin tone well. No one has mentioned anything about it, and no one has gassed me up about it.
Are you being?
Are you
What?
done?
Wait, no, I'm not part of.
Are you done?
You're disclaiming
Yeah.
me from
Okay.
this, right?
When I literally, and I mean literally saw you on Sunday, were the first words I said, I really like that hat. Did you just get it? And then we had a whole conversation about aloe, and I was like, it looks really good on you. This outfit's so fun. Mom and I both were like, this looks great on you.
Do you not think
should
that
wear
I
this.
hyped you out? Or
God,
am
I said you want to pot
Oh,
it.
okay. I'm
So,
saying-
do you remember that conversation?
No, maybe now I'm realizing it more.
So your beef was with Tyler.
Would you like me to,
I guess my beef
would
is
you
with
like me to
Tyler.
compliment
okay.
it every day? Because like, I compliment it every day.
I mean, it
if
might
you
be
would like.
nice. It might be nice.
Okay, but you didn't say anything.
Okay. In my defense,
It's all like, it's like, it looks like poo. That's why.
you look like a giant walking pile.
It's not my fault that you showed up looking like that poop emoji.
He said, "Oh, you're into cosplaying, like a turd."
That was so anticlimactic.
The wrong.
Take away the board. Take
I
away the
pressed
board.
the wrong one.
There we go.
No, that first one was like, it was giving like little tiny poop energy.
Okay, yes, I apologize. I didn't say anything. One, I did not realize the shirt was new. I thought,
wasn't new.
I thought you had that shirt.
Well, I got a different brown shirt.
I'm a little confused, but I did notice the hat being new. I just didn't say anything, but I did notice that it was a new hat.
Well, and
I should have said something.
I think that also that kind of comes back to, and we don't have to dive into this, but like love languages and stuff, because I feel like Tyler's love language isn't really.
Should that be our next
Oh, that'd be a good one.
sibling therapy podcast? Our love languages?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That would be fun. I was upset that we're not complimenting the new hat every day.
We gotta take a whole 50-minute podcast. Whoa!
What's
Oh,
happening?
I didn't press that.
We're done.
I
We're
didn't
done.
press
It's been
that.
50 minutes.
Okay.
Wait, is that it?
No, I think we started a little late.
Alright.
What's the rolling time? 34. Okay. Well, anyways, that's mine. Anyone else have?
It was one
Wait.
per
It's one per
podcast. You
person.
wasted.
Oh, one per podcast?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shoot.
Yes.
Do
Alright.
you
We
have
said-
one, Tyler?
I had one.
Okay.
Okay, let's do
Should we do a
Tyler's.
bonus
Quick.
one?
Because
Wait, okay,
yours was
we
too
need
short.
we need to just settle. Eden,
Who's the right? Who's
and
the
it's
wrong?
okay. You can say Gabrielle in this case because I agree.
Yeah, I'll say Gabriel just because I know Cole loves to be hyped up.
Okay,
But again,
okay.
I'm like,
That's fair. That's
just,
fair.
that's his dynamic. But again, I could roll in and I don't really care. I'm like, I know I like it, so.
Okay, the opposite. The difference is Eden rolls up and then just poses and goes, "Compliment me."
She does do that.
She just demands her own
I know
compliment.
what I want. Like, if I want it, I want it. And if I don't, I
Yep.
don't. I waste no time.
There we go.
Okay. My quick. I'll be fast.
Okay.
My grievance is with Eden.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Okay. So this is something she does that annoys me.
It makes me feel all insecure.
But at
Hey,
least, at
hey.
least,
Has a problem
Hey!
when she's in the
at
hot
least we
seat.
could.
Hey! No interrupting.
Didn't match up.
At least we can talk about it and we can hear other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes I think Eden has stuff around the studio that she needs to get physically out of her chair to go get, but she waits until other people stand up and are going into the other room. And then she remembers and asks them to get
This
it.
just grinds my ears.
Honestly, like, if you're going into the kitchen, why would I get up?
But
and
you
go?
already knew that you wanted it. So you waited and then put that on somebody else who was getting up. Just saying. Just
To be
saying.
fair, I think we all do that a little.
No,
No,
I
no.
did.
Yeah.
You're guilty. Hey,
Yo,
you are.
yo.
This isn't your
Okay,
time.
Okay.
wait.
Everyone
Alright,
gets a chance to talk. I'm
wait.
done.
Are you done? Okay, Eden gets to defend herself.
Okay, yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
defend
Well,
yourself.
I don't really need to defend myself because I just admitted that I do it, but I just also think that like other people do it a little bit as well. I don't think I will agree that I do it the most, but it's more one of those things where I'll be like, oh, I want my Alani in the fridge, but I'll be like, I don't need to get up right now. Like I'll just get it when someone else is already going. It's like killing two birds with one stone.
Gabrielle, what do you say?
I am 110,000% with Tyler on this one, because Eden not only will ask if you're already on your way, like you won't even be remotely in like the area of what she needs, and she'll be like, can you grab that for me?
I agree.
And I'm like, the effort of me standing up,
you guys do that
is
too.
Okay, this isn't.
You guys do that
guilty,
too.
Gabrielle, guilty or innocent?
Guilty.
Okay, I say guilty.
All right.
I find you guilty of nothing. The sentence is death.
Oh, that escalated quick.
Hear that?
So many emotions.
I know, it's roller coaster.
Okay, but ultimately it's up to you guys in the audience. So let us know on Cole's and Eden's.
I'm just saying, I'm gonna point out now from now on when you guys do it too.
No, like
so
there's
that
a
you can
difference between
see.
like, hey, could you get this for me? Like you
No,
happen
you
to
just- you
already
wait.
being
No,
up
you
and like
wait.
you just waiting and
wait.
asking
That-
everyone.
You wait.
We're outside of the realm of sibling court. We left it behind.
Court is adjourned.
It's adjourned. Bang, bang, bang. So now we're going to talk about worst first dates, because I know we've all had them. Eden had some she wanted to share.
Do I?
Yeah, you literally told me before we were filming.
I don't know if I would say that's like a worst though.
Well, it's embarrassing.
Okay, for him.
Yeah.
He's a sucker.
Okay. Should I go first?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was going out with this guy, and this was actually kind of funny because this was when this whole array of events kind of led up to me telling him that it wasn't going to work out. So I felt kind of bad because it was going very bad on his part. But basically, we go to this board game cafe. This was our I don't remember.
You said
Okay. This is like gives me the like ache again because like thinking about it, I'm like, oh, this night.
Thinking about him.
No, just this night in general, the whole thing. We're at this board game cafe. I'm like, I'm already a very nervous dater. Like, I don't really talk about it that much in general. I'm just like, eh. So we're literally at this board game cafe, and I am on the date with him. We're like an hour in, and all of a sudden, Tyler just walks through the door with his friend group of like there were like 7 or 8 of you guys.
Probably.
And like immediately I like lock eyes with him, like immediately, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, and then I'm like in the middle of a conversation with him, and I just go, my brother's here, and he's like, what? And I'm like, sorry, my brother's here, and he's like, oh, and he was like, do you want to go say hi? And I was like, nope, let's just pretend like, and so then they walk past me. Tyler's friends literally like. And he's like walking past. They're all like walking behind him, and Tyler's just kind of like, oh, sorry. So then immediately I could tell that like it was his friends who wanted to go because he knew that I was there. But then they're just like all the way in the corner, and like I keep seeing like his.
Oh yeah,
friend
we were definitely spying the entire time.
Sure spying. Like they were just like I kept looking over, and there was like the epitome of like faces behind the menu, like peeking, like it was so funny.
So your worst date story is Tyler going on.
But then he was super nervous. So I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, yeah, LOL. He gets a nosebleed.
From being nervous?
I don't know what it was, but he gets a nosebleed.
So he's just bleeding over Monopoly?
And then, like, he's, like, trying to, like, get his nose to stop bleeding. Then literally, like, comes out of the bathroom and has, like, 2, like, nose plugs.
Bro.
He, like, couldn't get it to stop.
Oh, my.
And then I was, like, then I just started getting, like, oh, it's okay. Like, don't worry. It's not that big of a deal. But I could tell, like, he was embarrassed. And so then we're just, like, trying to figure this out. He claimed that he loved board games. Didn't know any of the games that I wanted to play. Like,
didn't he also confess his love for you? That was board games wasn't the only things he said he loved.
no, that was a different guy. That was
Oh.
well, yeah, no, that was not that. So anyways, yeah. So then when we were leaving, I like knew that I was gonna be like, sorry, this isn't gonna work. So then I was awkwardly just kind of like, like this was so much fun, friend. Like,
Yikes. Friend zone him on before the date even ended.
Yeah, so
And then we had to like collectively spend like 3 days crafting the
breakup text.
yeah, the breakup text.
well,
but not breakup.
I was
Not
going
breakup,
out of
yeah.
town, so I couldn't like see him in person, and he was trying to make plans. Like
It was
for
still
when I got
very
back.
early
Dang.
in the series of things.
Well, I don't think anyone really can top that. I feel like we should move on to our next segment.
How did you start the segment and not share a first date story, Cole?
Because Eden's was crazy. First of all, I went to the same place. I think all of us have had a date at this board game cafe.
Yeah.
But I just went and
I don't think I
then
have.
we just didn't play any board games. So, like, I mean, we were having good conversations. So I feel like that was my worst date story.
That you had good conversation.
No, that we didn't. Like, she didn't want to play games,
He's
and
like,
I
it
didn't
was
feel like we needed to play
awful.
a
The
game.
conversation was flowing. We
It's
were
like,
vibing. It was
we went to a
terrible.
board game place, and we didn't play board games. That was it. It's not that crazy. Eden's was insane. So I feel like you couldn't top that. I wasn't going to lead with that. See, like, you set me up, and now it's not even fun. Anyways, we're moving on. I have a list of words. Gen
You said,
Z. Oh my god. We're gonna need some real therapy after that. I have a list of Gen Z slang. We are split millennial versus, I mean, I'm kind of on like, both of us are kind of like the end of
What?
Gen
I can't
Z.
understand what you're saying.
You guys are millennials. I am technically Gen Z.
I am
Eden is Gen Z
Okay.
on the older side, but I feel like sometimes you guys don't know the slang, so we're gonna play a game.
I feel like I know all the Gen Z slang.
All right,
okay.
well, we're gonna play the game. And
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you Gen Z slang, and you have to tell me if they're real or
Okay,
if they're
no
not
looking.
real.
I see Eden already looking at the list.
I'm Gen Z. I'm not
No,
playing.
you have to guess too.
Oh.
Okay.
Like, that's what I want to know. Are these actual words that people use,
They
or
may,
are you
or they
just
may not
searching
be.
words?
Wait, so the game is to tell if it's real or not just define what the word is.
It's like fact
Correct.
check.
Correct.
Okay, let's just go. Let's go.
So mute versus unplug. Okay, so if like mute something, like keep it on the mute. Like that's like don't talk about it. Like I'm having a party, but like it's on the mute.
Wait, where
Are
does
you so-
unplug come into the
And
play?
then unplug.
So wait, I'm confused. So are you asking us which of those two are real?
This is so
Yes.
millennial of you.
Oh my gosh, guys, you're showing your age.
Wait, so
You literally just did a millennial pause.
I feel like you're not describing this game properly, literally at all.
You have
So
to-
you need to give what the definition is, and then the word that goes with it is either mute or unplugged.
So the options are they're both real, one's real, one's not, or they're both not real. You have to decide. Don't make this more complicated than it is.
Okay.
Yeah, unplug is like just like you need to unplug for a bit, like separate yourself from the friends,
Right.
kind of thing.
Like I would say that. Like, do you need to unplug?
Right.
Okay.
The party on the mute.
The mute is the slang. Is it real or is it not?
Okay, I've never heard someone.
God.
What was the first one?
Mute.
Right. So use it in a sentence.
Like, I'm having a party, but it's on the mute.
I've never heard that.
Or the other one's unplug.
Yeah, I've heard unplug.
Yeah, unplug is real, and I feel like mute is also real.
Okay, actually, none of those are Gen Z slang.
But people say unplug.
You can say
Oh,
unplug.
but this is unfair.
Not
Okay,
working.
we're switching it up now. I'm just gonna give you a word in the definition, and you have to say if it's fake.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Feta.
Feta?
Feta?
Feta. Like feta cheese is crumbly, so you'd be like, bro, he's so feta. Like he's so.
This is so fake.
crumbly. Okay, that one is fake. Okay.
Really? Oh, really?
Ione
Oh, that's real.
and Ayana. Like I don't think I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
It's like I don't think I'm gonna come. Or like Ayana.
Yeah,
Ayana
real.
do
Yeah,
that.
I could
Real.
see you like saying that.
Which one?
Ayana.
I don't think Ayana's real.
Yeah, I would just say ion.
Wait. They're saying different words.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I own. Like I don't.
I've seen that.
I own?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Ayana do that.
I'm so lost. Either I'm lost and I'm Gen Z. I'm scared.
I still think it's
Mom.
Ayana. I'm gonna go with Ayana.
I say the first one.
Ion.
Ione
Ion.
is the real one.
Womp womp.
I don't. That was crazy, guys.
Is that the end of the segment?
Yeah.
Good job, Pookie.
No, there's actually some other words. Coquette is apparently a style that Gen Z. It's like Olivia Rodrigo dresses in like coquette. Have you heard of that?
No.
That is real.
You're going to go play croquet.
That is real. But it is kind of like
My
the,
favorite one is Pookie.
Pookie is a word.
I love Pookie. I
Also,
love
I
all
love-
my Pookie.
I love how
friends.
360 we've come on that because when Cole first started calling you Pookie, like the visceral
hated it.
rage that
Okay,
would come
but it
out
was
of
the
you.
way that he would like belittle me with it. He would be like, "Oh, Pookie, come here, Pookie. Oh, is Pookie so short that she can't reach the Pookie?" But now that it's like, no, Pookie.
Yeah, I've been saying Pookie for
We have
years.
Pookie has been in
yeah,
our
you
book.
guys
I want
have.
to say like I
We
started
it,
Pookie,
but
but we started Pookie.
We are, because listen, I played Club Penguin, and
Mm-hmm.
I freaking
Tip
did...
the iceberg.
No.
Remember when it froze? That was so sad at the very
Yeah,
end.
I know. Let's talk
Oh,
about
sad.
that in the future. Club Penguin closing. But
Wait,
Drama.
so you're allowed to talk about plug.
Plug
Well,
penguin.
hey, as a reminder, we
Thanks.
can't edit the podcast.
Faves. Okay, I used to do this thing, and I want to know if anyone else who played Club Penguin did this. It was so weird. You would like basically dress up as a Pookie, which was a baby, and you would go to the Puffle shop and you would get adopted.
So that's where
and
the bad baby started.
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. And then you'd go to the igloo, and then you would become a toddler, a kid, a teen, adult, and then you would go adopt a Pookie.
Okay, so that's okay to talk about on the podcast, but when I said I want to talk about Neopets, you said we weren't allowed to talk about that.
Okay, guys, let us know which would you prefer, Neopets or Club Penguin, and
mean,
we'll let the people decide.
I think we can talk about Neopets.
We'll let the Pookies decide.
But the Pookies decided, yeah, exactly.
Wait,
yeah.
do we have a fan name for just the podcast listeners?
Our
Mm,
therapists.
the therapists.
No.
Oh, what about the
the Delulus.
Delulu? That's
Leave it in the comments, guys. Help us
Yeah.
out.
our shrinks.
No.
No,
No.
I don't want to call them that. I don't want.
Pookies!
Our
We're
Pookies.
not calling them Pookies. We're not calling them Pookies.
We love our Pookies!
Another thing we should talk about Gen Z. It just came out that like Gen Z is the #1 generation that is like completely unwilling to drive, and has been the longest spell in not driving.
Gen Z is
I
not a
thought-
fan of driving.
You're gonna talk about how Gen Z has the neck issues.
Whoa, that is such a generalization. All of Gen Z has neck issues.
Yeah, because
of why? Because they use their phone so much.
Yeah, like literally, they
Oh.
released an article because your head is supposed to be like above your body and it's so heavy. But since Gen Z is literally always on their phone, it's like giving them like a little.
I don't
like,
know
bump in the
about
back.
that.
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
They call it the Pookie headbutt.
The Pookie headbutt.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, well, that leads us into our things we want to plug.
Mm,
What do
yeah.
we want to plug?
Whoa.
God,
Our segues. That is a clippable clip. And can we take it way out of context, Eden? Oh my gosh. Oh, yikes. Anyways, we are working on some products that we would like to get feedback on. Dodged a bullet in that one. Speaking of Gen Z and Gen Alpha, they love skincare and they love all things beauty. So we, you okay, Gabrielle? You okay, Pookie? You okay?
no.
Guys, I don't want to talk about plugging things. Wow, awkward pause.
That was like really quickly, not to segue too far. I was playing.
Oh, now you
pickleball.
want to segue well?
I was pickleball with this new group of people, and it was me, a girl, and two guys, and she like introduced me into the group, and so I was like, sure, I'm gonna be brave. My therapist told me to do one social interaction that pushes me outside my boundaries, so I'm like, I'm gonna go play pickleball. So I literally go, and I'm like so nervous to play with them, and we're like waiting on the sidelines for our turn, and then the girl leans down to tie her shoe, and then someone literally smacks her with the pickleball in the butt.
It's a
She, like,
stranger?
no, it was the girl I was playing with.
Sorry.
We were waiting on the sidelines, so they were
Okay.
playing, and they just hit it out. But because we were on the side, it hit her in the butt, and she like
Oh, a
flew
pickleball.
off. Yeah,
not a pickleball paddle.
Wait, why are you talking about this after we talk about plugging?
Reeling it back. Reeling it back.
I'm genuinely confused about how that
Okay.
segue.
Oh my god. So literally, we're like on the sidelines, and she just gets like slammed in the butt with this pickleball, and she like shoots off. We laughed for 30 minutes, and I could not stop laughing. And like every time I would stop, it was one of those moments where I was like, stop laughing about it. And it would just be like, I'm good. And then it would just be like it was so bad. Like I am the worst at laughing in situations that I shouldn't, and then laughing for way too long
Like
about
funerals.
that.
I feel like that could be a whole segment next time of inappropriate times we've laughed like uncontrollably.
Like our grandpa's funeral.
Wow.
That's a story for another time.
It was like a good funny. It was like a happy like.
Buy
it
my
was, like,
sweater.
LOL.
Yeah.
But you know when you're with cousins.
Can we go back to the products? We were coming out with, can we tease this? Should we tease this?
Oh, wait, is it featured? Oh, well, if you're listening to audio, we couldn't see it, but
But let's just tease
Is
it
this on
locally.
anything
just
besides
use-
YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube podcasts. That's the #1 place people listen to podcasts. I put it on there. What do you mean says who?
no, it says who that is the #1 place.
Oh. No, we honestly probably should figure out how to get on Spotify and whatnot. But yeah, anyway, let's just say it's lip gloss.
Wow.
We
what-
are coming out with lip gloss. We're super. Really, that was the.
I'm
that
sorry.
Was the perfect moment.
Why does it sound like a conference room?
I know.
Why is that like what?
A conference room.
Where's the iCarly one? You missed the mark on
We're
that.
going out with lip gloss.
That was not the iCarly one.
Anyways, we are currently undergoing a ton of testing for flavors, glosses, styles, colors, all things, bottles, wands, everything. We want to make sure that we come out with the best possible lip gloss for you guys because we care about the products that we put out and we are not just grabbing some random lip gloss off the shelf. We are literally crafting this to be what we would wear and what we would want to promote, which is why we want your guys' feedback in the comments down below of things that you like, such as colors, glitter, staple smells, scents. Let us know what you think of when you think of a perfect lip gloss.
Staples smells. You're talking about like when you walk into the super center office center
I
Staples.
don't like staple lip gloss smells. Like, are you a vanilla girly? Are you like a no scent girl? Like, or a guy? Lip gloss can be for anyone, but
You're canceled. You should have said that from the get-go.
we want to know though, and we genuinely want to hear from you guys. So leave a comment down below. And I guess with that is our second official episode of.
You didn't do the theme song.
I don't remember. I was trying to remember what I did last time. And maybe it's a dyslexia thing, but I genuinely don't
Okay,
remember.
well, maybe just do a new one. It can always be new.
Welcome to.
Wait, isn't it
No,
goodbye?
goodbye.
Oh, I did it at the beginning.
We'll
last
do it
time.
for goodbye.
Okay.
Okay.
This has been episode 2 of Sibling Podcast.
Wait.
It's sibling therapy.
Yeah.
Oh,
But also, let me
okay.
Oh.
hang out. Whoa. Find your key. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
This has been Sibling Podcast.
Sibling therapy.
Eden!
Sibling Therapy Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week for another episode of Sibling Therapy.
Bye. Oh wait. I have a sound effect for goodbye. So
Really?
Oh.
They probably stopped recording.
whose alarm is going
That's
off? right now?
Yours.
The
Whose
camera.
alarm is going off right now? Okay, we have to have a serious talk about phones while we are filming. Anyways.
We're not putting that in, you dumb.
We have to.